Oh, there we go. Oops. Oops. G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your professional bundler, the master of extraordinary mischief, the author David Applegate, author of the books The Boy in a Cage, Power Games, Into the Elves Bound. Oh, and choking. No, seriously. The erotic tales from the Empire. Now, let's see. We shall start with my favorite site, the Bundle of Holding. All right, the GURPS week is over. And we're now moving into a rather short cycle with some so we don't have much on offer, but still, sorry, they don't. It's not my site, sorry. But what we have is a science fiction role-playing game from Biohazard Games, Blue Planet Reconnect. One price gets you the entire collection. For $14.95, you get a hard science fiction tabletop role-playing game from Biohazard Games, published by Gallant Knight, about humanity's precarious future on a distant waterworld. This is the colony planet of Poseidon. The year is 2199. An impoverished orphan re-establishes authority and discovers the priceless mineral long john. Retardium, political unrest, and a hungry alien ecology threaten the colony. All right, so there's an amphibious proxy war, struggle to maintain peace, native insurgents. Welcome to Avatar Waterworld 2199, where humanity faces a war of survival against an ancient alien legacy. This was a Kickstarter 2021 Kickstarter campaign. 2025 Blue Planet Reconnect Edition offers hard science fantasy on the frontier of Poseidon, Earth's first colony. Oh, help the colonizers! In the Recontact Edition for $14.95, you get the player's guide, your ticket to Poseidon, plus character creation and the basic rule system. As with previous editions, the world is $21.99. Poseidon is poised on a social political precipice. All right, you have the UNSS Admiral Robert Perry in orbit, re-establishing contact after 69 years since the original colonizers were abandoned. And you have quite the challenge. There's the law, genetically modified humans, crustaceans, incorporate states, the life-extending mineral long john. We know what that sounds like. Someone snuck that in. And, of course, the moderator's guide. Your framework, Gazetta, and rule sets all in one. This details New Hawaii. Sorry, the Gazetta attached details New Hawaii, Zeo, Prime Meridian, West Cape, and the Outback. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Yes, better be. All right. I don't have this set yet, so I can't confirm what exactly is in it. All right, there's crime and justice for all. And the mysterious neuroids. All right. Welcome to Waterworld. Next up, NPC Portrait Decks, a system-neutral, non-player character deck for fantasy role-playing games from Inkwell. Now, the Inkwell NPC collection is $12.95. You get 13 decks of characters. All right. So what's in the set? There's adventurers, animals, castle nobles and staff, coastal townsfolk, desert townsfolk, fantasy 1 and 2, the frontier townsfolk, henchmen and hirelings, monsters, quest guardians, science fiction, tavern staff, and patrons. $12.95 gets you the complete collection. Running out. Time is running out. 700 deck cards in all. Quite the artwork. Next up, with only a fraction under 4, bit over 3 days to go, is Dungeon Age 2, an all-new tabletop fantasy role-playing game from Shadow Dark and OSE for Shadow Dark and Old School Essentials. All right, one price gets you the entire collection. $9.95 gets you Dungeon Age 2. I said Dragon Age, didn't I? Twice. All right. This is the ancient world of Hearth, classical sword and sorcery. It's a land of wizards, warriors, monsters. Pulp fantasy authors have inspired by pulp fantasy authors. All right, so in this collection, for $9.95, you get Vampire City. This is an orbital vampire city, a dark sandbox with a vast space-bearing city, primarily ruled by the undead. Of course, it has its own victims encased within, ready-made to go. Now, Cressaway is a Titan rat city. It is a bizarre and dangerous sandbox city on the dying world of Harith, where the city is built into and out of the carcass of a titanic rat. Gosh. Now, this one is interesting. Old school levels 3 to 5 adventures, inspired by Clark Ashton Smith, The Lovely Jade, Necropolis. Welcome to the gardens of Amul. The Fae raised a palace of jade for their human guests, but the humans betrayed them. The scorpion humans, I do not see the difference. So the Fae swiftly slew them. We had to do what we had to do, comrades. All right. But the dead cannot rest, and twin necromancers, brother and sister, have found the Jade Palace, but then they turned on each other, and they raised undead armies and decadent courts, turning the palace into warring forts. So in the Fey realm, the Twilight Princess snapped her fingers and sent her goblins and elves to pay the intruders bloody wages. However, the palace groans with cruel weapons and bright treasures, mythical creatures, strange magics beyond measure. Will it be justice, wealth, glory, or bliss that entices you to enter the lovely necropolis? So take a party of third-level characters, or even a small party of 5s, and go to town in a Shadow Dark Old School Essentials. I suppose Murder Hobo Extravaganza. I like it. This one is interesting, however. The Undying Sea is a mythical sea full of wraiths, ghouls, pirates, crabs, and witches. Sounds like the DNC on a weekend. All right, so you got seafaring adventurers sailing the misty currents on their silt cutter. Salty adventures for all. Discover new islands, discover new undead, discover the mysterious coven, some strange vampires. As you sail further on, the islands become more and more dangerous. Is this a curse, or are you headed to paradise? Oh, wait till the vampire gets you to answer that question. The Wicked Little Delves 1, 2, and 3. So, in Wicked Delves 1, you go on a spider stomp in a cellar, in a prison full of attack dogs, an abandoned cult lair full of pirate treasures and killer crabs. In Wicked Delves 2, character levels 4 to 6, it's a salt mine taken over by the Salt Knockers, a swamp settlement destroyed by pirates, and a decadent earthscaper where the residents found immortality in their iron thralls. And Wicked Delves 3 is a tunnel complex full of dragons trying to eat each other. For levels 7 to 9, you have sorceress mummies restoring life to the wasteland and an ancient cathedral where zealots of chaos summon unspeakable terrors. Unspeakable terrors, I tell you! Probably spiders. All right. Hearthbreaker, an Apocalypse Engines fantasy RPG for Hearth adventures. So, bring on the apocalypse! Clang! Character creation is skill-based and classless. There are 28 skill options to create fantasy classes and archetypes. 26 traits. You got partial success system, 35 tables for one-shot quests, or far more reaching campaigns. Hearthbreaker, of course, is set in the world of Hearth, leans towards dark fantasy, sword and sorcery, etc., etc. This is also an interesting pack, and for an interesting price. It is a reasonable price indeed. Although I'd shave $2 off and get Frontier Scum. Then why not both? This one's got over a week to go. Use next week's allowance. So, Acid Western tabletop role-playing game from Games Omnivorous. Frontier Scum Collection for $7.95 takes you to the weird frontier of acid westerns. Now, this is guttermuck streets, death following 2 to 6 laters, gunfights, outlaws, discharged deputies, ghoulish undertakers, jailbirds, highfalutin inventor sorts, all drifting towards, or from, sorry, I should say, the flyspeck town, from one flyspeck town the next. Chasing a payday, a grudge, or the next sundown. What keeps you from getting clear? The law, rival gangs, your own bad impulses, your one bad coin, one bad whiskey, one bad idea, 1 inch from 1 inch from death, as you got to stay ahead of the marshals. Hope you can ditch this one-horse town after the gentlefolk figure out it was you. Don't forget your hat. There's a rattlesnake in my boot. Gotta outrun the law. I had pretty good options, but I fought the law and the law won. So, in the Frontier Collection for $7.95, you get the Scum Core Rulebook. As if Scum needs a handbook. Well, you had to start somewhere, didn't you? And from there, we have the Ties of Rot. Dead are on the rise. And corpse trail to hell. Yes. The corpse will lead you right. Or will you become part of the corpse trail? All right. Moving on. This channel is sponsored by you. Thank you to all those who have joined the My RPG, Future Fantasy, and growing community. But for just $2 a month, you get more than just the free material. There is free material. You get all the links from today. There's a few maps and a few other things. But, join, helps fund the artwork. Let's just show, And I'm creating a tabletop system. All right, moving on. Marvel Multiverse is not dead. Secret Wars is not dead. Marvel Roleplaying is #1 this week with a lot of add-ons and expansions. The Multiverse apparently is popular in Marvel RPG amongst Marvel D6 once. What's that? D616. The Marvel D616 adventure system, where everything you need to know about the Secret Wars expansion. So, and Battle World, Secret Wars, and as you can tell by the cover, Doctor Doom, and your complete Marvel collection. These are the complete Marvel collection. I believe was a bundle, is now still a bundle for now. But the bundle is only available for DriveThruRPG now. And you basically get these 3 books together for one price. If I remember correctly, for the click through. No. Wait. Where's the offers? So there's the offers right now. There it is. You can get the Secret Wars bundle for $77. That gives you the whole digital. And there's the other bundle set. That is the Ultimate Bundle Guide. $210 Australian dollars. So I think it's. But hey, it's Marvel's hot right now, and tomorrow it may not be. But for now, Marvel fans, you're hot. So moving on, Fallout, the role-playing game, is trailing in second place. Very popular, and it has growing material from Morpheus 2D20, the New Vegas setting, everything you need to know about New Vegas, the jewel in the desert of the Mojave, a independent state controlled and owned by the wealthy, reclusive, and seemingly immortal Mr. House. So we know what happened after the TV series House finished. He did dark things to Wilson and then became sort of a reclusive high roller in New Vegas. All right, so those who don't know, this is the Strip, full of factions, from New California Republic to the Brotherhood of Steel to Caesar's Legions, all fighting for control of the Mojave. The only thing keeping the order is the robots, of course, House. And, of course, the Wasteland is an uncertain future. For you, This is a wealth of information add to your games, covering the iconic locations of the Mojave, the NPCs, along with new weapons, armor, and character options. 138-page Vegas guide. So you got the guide to Vegas, character options, all the locations of the Mojave, lots of new equipment, and all the lowdown on the denizens. And you just basically add Murder Hobo, shake it up, and off you go. Yes. You're the mysterious wanderer, aka Murder Hobo. All right, as you know, I have a Kickstarter coming up very soon. Empire of Elves, official, not suitable for work, art book, volume 1. Illustrations to bring the Empire to life, starting with the effervescent Sora. Sora is the Empress. This is a sample of the artwork that is suitable for Facebook, YouTube, X, etc. Unfortunately. All right, moving on. RPGs essential. Crack tokens for tabletop games. Hundreds of unique monsters to add to your tabletop. This was funded in 14 minutes. Early sets have already run out. There are still some sets, of course, and of course the digital tokens. 8 sets of your choice, 10 sets of your choice, digitals, and yes, and the major sets are still, of course, still available. So they're now in the stretch goal phase where they've started to add tokens to the collection, and where we're getting there. Stretch goals have prehistoric set has been added, yes. And where are we at for time? I forget where we're at for time. Pre-order. Yeah. So pretty much, you ain't got long for this one. But yeah. So that is the news in a nutshell. If you have any news or tips, anything you'd like to contact me, all my links are in the link tree. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the links will be in Future Fantasy RPG, Future Fantasy, on my Patreon. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please support the channel. You can support me on Ko-Fi, Patreon. There it is, Future Fantasy, where the links will be there shortly after the show, as well as buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree description below, in my profile. Scan the QR code on the screen. Appreciate each and every one of you. See you in the next video, and bye for now.